Wait, what?
All right, there it is. Hi guys, this is Thunder E from Board at Work, and yes, we are doing a review of Godzilla or Gojira. Oh,
Yeah, that's Godzilla.
Godzilla, yes. And join with me tonight at 12 a.m. on Thursday morning is none other than Rod from Tech Guy Smart Bar. How's it going, man?
Good, I'm good. I'm excited. Just saw the movie, and yeah, I can't wait to tell people about it.
Yes, we just saw the movie. Before we start off, want to give a big thanks to Adobe Digital, Adobe Audio for giving us the opportunity to check it out. We were at the Adobe Atmos Theater, right?
Yeah, and the Adobe Laboratory is in New
Yeah,
York City.
in New York City, yeah. Now, I just have to preface this before we even start a review. If you have a chance, if your theater has Dolby Atmos technology, definitely go see it there because the sound is sick. It is incredible sound. So that's the first thing I'm going to say. And this is not a plug. I'm not getting paid for this or anything like that. It's just the
No.
fact that when you hit Godzilla, you're like, okay, homeboys around. That's how the site was. So it's it's one of those where you just if you have an Atmos theater around, definitely check it out. So all right, let's start the review. So what did you think of the movie, Rod?
I liked it. I really didn't have too many qualms. Just I had some little nitpicking, but as far as overall, I think it was probably the most honest and best iteration of Godzilla we've seen maybe ever. Like on film. Maybe not in like comics or TVs, but on film he was never really done properly.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I agree. I would agree with you. Mind you, first of all, guys, the first 2 minutes, non-spoiler. After 2 minutes, if
yeah,
you don't want to listen, don't hang around. Don't hang around. I'm just telling you now. I'm telling you now. But I agree with you. This is one of the, I say, probably one of the best monster movies. Not even just Godzilla, but monster movies in general. The tone was right. Garrett Edwards is director, right? And
yeah.
this is the first. This is my first movie I've ever seen him do. I don't know what else he's done, but he kept the tone pretty well. Now there's going to be human elements. There's going to be the monster elements in the movie, and there was a good balance in between those. I will say though, the sound of Godzilla was terrifying. Even the monsters in general, the sound was just terrifying. Where you felt like shit's gonna happen. Like you should not be around there. Just disappear, vanish, do something, whatever you need to do. But shit is going to happen. So what do you think about the acting? I mean, what if any actors that stood out for you?
Uh, I was actually surprised by what's that, Elizabeth Olsen. I thought her performance was a little hammy, a little in certain parts. It was just like at the beginning she was cool, and in other parts it was like kind of.
Yeah,
Just
yeah. I mean, to a certain degree. I mean, I think she's a better actress than that.
yes, that's my
Um,
thing. I'm like, you can do better than that.
yeah, I think maybe she's just not used to portraying fear where it's like type of thing. I would not don't mind that I'm not saying she's bad. I'm just saying that I agree with you there too. It's like there were some parts where you're like okay, but you really don't notice it as much, or it doesn't bother you. I say it wouldn't probably bother you as much just because it's
It wasn't a lot. It was just a
yeah,
quick
yeah.
where it's just focused on it. It's like Godzilla, please.
I mean, I would say I really like Bryan Cranston in the movie, even though I liked him in the scenes he was in. He's a great actor, does a very good job there. Ken Watanabe, I think, was the one that portrayed the most amount of fear for me, and he's one actor that I really love, and I would love to see him do more stuff. But of course, there's that language barrier stuff and things like that. But he really portrayed the fact that there is this creature out there, and it's crazy. That things could happen, that kind of thing, and it was good to see that element in the movie, so that there was some basis. It wasn't just because people saw this big giant thing. And mind you, the scale of Godzilla, man. I mean,
Perfect.
exactly. He's big, but it's not. I think you're right. It's perfect. It's not oversized. It's not smaller. Granted, we've seen Godzilla in different sizes, and I would just say in this video we're not going to mention the Godzilla from '98. I know I just did, but that's about it.
It doesn't. It never exists.
But I will say this though, that his size was on point. He was, he was big.
Sam called him a fat ass, but
yeah.
I didn't have a problem with it.
About that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Godzilla was
like, wow, you're kind of.
Godzilla was a little big, yeah, and mind you, we've gone past 2-3 minutes, about 4 minutes in. We'll say that the movie was fantastic. Go watch it. That's the non-spoiler version of it. Now to the nitty-gritty of the stuff. Yes, there are 3 monsters in this movie. Yes, and the monsters are, so you've got Godzilla, then you've got
They didn't. They categorize them.
They categorize them as
monster, a male monster, female.
No, MOTH, mots, I think is
Mots,
what. That's what they characterize them. For some reason, I thought it was going to be what's the Godzilla monster that starts with an M?
Mothra. They actually paid. I don't know if you saw the homage to that at the beginning.
No, I didn't see the homage. I walked in at that point, so.
Yeah, that's right. I got there before you. I thought.
Yeah. So what was the homage at the beginning?
No, I think you might have been there when they went back to the quarantine area. When him and his dad went back to the quarantine area, and I think he had like a. It looked like a fish tank, but it was like
okay, yes, that's right. Yes,
that Mothra. I was like, nice.
Yeah, so Mothra is not in the movie, but they are called moths, I believe. In this movie, there are 3 creatures. There's a male and a female, so you know what that means, right? Breeding season is coming up. Yeah, and the fight scenes with Godzilla are sick. I mean, the parts in the movie, especially when you get to the main fight where Godzilla it's almost like he gets fed up and he's like, I've been fucking around with y'all.
Yeah,
it's just done. Time. Exactly, yeah.
Because they were kind of whooping his ass a little bit.
Yeah,
they were jumping him though. One of them coming around, one can fly, one can't.
Yeah.
Buildings and ha.
Yeah, so we had that, but it was good to see that, and one of the cool things, that even when Godzilla basically got to that point where he was like, all right, I'm tired of this nonsense, the facial expression, you could see it, he was like, I'm done with this shit.
Yeah, it was like Godzilla was an actor too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he just stepped up and he took care of business. He had his fire breath. Which is kind of different.
It made it energy like.
Yeah. I won't spoil it for you because I wanted you to see it and judge it yourself. But even though there's a spoiler section, but it's kind of energy like ish type thingy. But the way he uses it is on point.
Yeah.
Just put it this way: Godzilla is a beast on his own completely. Now, one of the things that was interesting was the fact that the other 2 monsters were kind of interested in destroying everyone left and right. Oh, but Godzilla wasn't. Like, he almost took his time not to step on humans if he wanted to. Remember, like there's a scene where he was swimming into a Navy ship and he ducked down to go
he went under. Oops.
Yeah, so I mean, there were scenes, although when he showed up in Hawaii. Let's just say Hawaii just didn't see a good day until the showed its town. It was not good at all.
First Hiroshima, now this.
What other aspects of the movies did you like?
Like I said, mostly the fight scenes. I like how the doctor, scientist Ken Watanabe. Yeah, how he categorized Godzilla as a force of nature. He represents nature and all that. Like, he's like, these guys are off balance and he's here to restore it on some yin and yang stuff.
Yeah, exactly. That was cool. I mean, I like that force of nature. Also, he termed Godzilla as the king predator. He's like, Godzilla is hunting these guys down. And there was also aspects where the U.S. military was trying to do their own thing, and literally at some point, I really wanted to just tell them, stop the shit you're doing and just go away, go, like just slide to the right, and let Godzilla handle business. And it was interesting to see. I mean, that had to happen because he needed to have like that human dynamic. The good thing about this is it wasn't like Transformers where the humans just, it was too much and you kind of annoyed with it. This one was the right balance where humans are trying to do something,
but it's useless.
Exactly, it's just useless all the way. So yeah, so it didn't matter at that point.
Yeah, at certain points you might think it's unbalanced, but by the end of the movie, it definitely balances a lot better.
I'm trying to adjust my light here. I noticed I was getting darker on screen there for a second. I'm still getting darker on screen. It really doesn't matter, so you really can't see me that well. But yeah, I agree with you there. There were certain points where it looked like it was getting better with humans, and it just didn't matter at the end of the day. Godzilla, I mean, so I've seen some reviews where they say Godzilla is back, and I have to agree.
Mm-hmm.
The king is back.
Forget
Cloverfield. That shit is out the window. Whatever that creature was, Godzilla would beat his ass. Out, done. The creatures from
Pacific Rim, the Kaiji. Yeah.
They were faster, I will agree. And Godzilla, yes, was kind of chunky.
Yeah.
You know what? He was hibernating, man. So.
Yeah, gotta go easy on him. He's been asleep for since like maybe 40, 50 years, something.
Something like that. Yeah, exactly. So I will say that Godzilla as a movie I think was on point, and I think I just go see it. Go see this. If you're looking for a good monster movie, I think this falls in that category. If you're looking for just a good movie in general.
Mm-hmm. It's still a good movie, yeah. And surprisingly enough, the body count was less.
It is okay. You know what? Let's address that properly. That body count was not less. That body count was heavy. They just didn't show us.
They didn't show it. Okay, Man of Steel. They showed people.
Yeah, Man of Steel. See, that's the thing. And I'm sorry to bring in Godzilla into this, but you know what? They're both WB properties anyway, so I might as well do it. Man of Steel, they told us that the body count was huge. We saw people dying left and right. With Godzilla, the amount of people who technically Godzilla killed by just walking into Hawaii was tremendous. They just didn't show it.
Yeah, true. But
yeah, the body count is If you're one of those who keeps body count tallies,
have fun. Have fun, because this one you're gonna have to kind of scan real quick before they change scenes. Like 1, 2, 3, they changed it.
Exactly. So I think, and I mean, it's still a cool movie. Just showing some. I was trying to grab some screens from the movie just to show you the scale of. I mean, some of the stuff where they show the scale of Godzilla in the trailers. Oh, sorry, that's a Batman photo.
Also dope.
Yes, that's also there. Yeah. And that's Booredatwork. I can't find my other Godzilla photo. But some of the things that they did in terms of scaling for Godzilla was just awesome in terms of size. Even though this is spoiler section, I'm trying not to give much away, but there really isn't much to give other than the fact that I think the movie was on point. Like everyone was clapping when Godzilla did certain things, people were cheering, and you really got the chills. Now maybe also that's just because of the Dolby sound, because it really sounded like he was yelling at you.
Yeah. Not the monsters, you.
Exactly. Like when Godzilla roared, you're like, okay, I felt that one. I really felt that, and I hope he's not here. And we know the funny thing about the movie though is, so I was heading back with Sam, and I'm in New York City, and it's foggy, and I'm looking down 6th Avenue, and it's clear, and it's foggy at the end, and there's a spotlight through the fog, and I was like, I have a feeling like Godzilla would just walk through right now. Or some creature will walk through and shit just gets fucked up completely. And he starts laughing. I start looking around. It's foggy all around New York City. And I'm like, I don't like this feeling.
Let's get to where we're going and get out of here quickly.
This is not the kind of thing. And you know what? It's cool Godzilla did not land in New York because New York would. You know what? You're a New Yorker, right? So
Something like that.
something like that. Yeah, something like that. But
Yeah.
New York is like the worst city for a disaster. There's so many buildings so close to each other.
Yeah, it's always ground zero for all these disaster movies. It was interesting the fact that they kept everything on the West Coast.
Yeah, this is all on the West Coast, and taking to that whole Pacific Rim type
Yeah,
deal.
really, the Pacific Rim between like Japan, Hawaii, and like
Yeah, but I mean, but which is true though. If you're gonna have something hibernate for that long, the deepest part in the world is in the Pacific Ocean. So
yeah, they're not gonna be in Atlantic with their tail sticking out. Like, what's that? I don't know.
exactly.
So you wake it up.
But definitely, I will say, guys, definitely go see this flick. Do you want? It was entertaining. It was fun. I have no complaints whatsoever.
Yeah.
Any
We
any
laughed. Me and
any
my wife
final
were laughing
thoughts?
about it.
What do you say?
I said me and my wife were laughing at stuff that we thought were funny that wasn't really funny. I just want to say that. Let's see. Any final thoughts? You say? Definitely go check it out. Forget the '98 version existed, and
Yeah.
and you don't really need to like. This isn't like one of those things where you kind of like, oh, well, let me go brush up on my Godzilla so I can understand. No, no, no. Everything's clear cut. You don't have to know nothing about nothing. Go in there and be like, okay, all I know is that the king. That's all I need to know.
I agree. I agree. Yeah, with Godzilla, again, 98 doesn't exist in terms of Godzilla. The old school Godzilla movies, you don't need to watch it because if you're not a hardcore fan, there's really no need. And really, it's still no need. There's nothing to brush up in terms of Godzilla lore, which I think is kind of cool. That's why they probably didn't introduce, creatures like Mothra. Maybe in the sequel they will.
Yeah, please do a sequel.
A
Yeah.
sequel. But for now, it literally is a monster movie, and it's a fun monster movie. The one where the monster is not your friend. It's not, what I mean. This movie is not like, say, a King Kong movie where someone's trying to use King Kong to do something, or trying to talk to him like
Stuff. No.
nah. This is just straight up monster fights, and some of the fights are really cool. I mean, they're spaced out in various sectors, but they're really cool. And when Godzilla kicks ass, he kicks ass. So
Yeah.
yeah. On that note, I would say the king is back. King of all monsters is back, and it was good. It was definitely good. Definitely go check it out this weekend. I will fully recommend it. I had fun. You had fun, right? And
Oh yeah.
yeah.
It was 3D too. So.
It was 3D. Yeah, we watched it in 3D. That's the other thing. For me, now I watch it regularly. 3D didn't do anything for me
Yeah.
with this movie. But in terms of sound, if they literally if you have an Atmos theater around, go check it out at a theater that has Dolby Atmos.
Please.
Is it Atmos or how is it pronounced?
No. Yeah. Atmos.
Atmos, okay. Okay. So Dolby Atmos. Seriously, the sound is impeccable for that stuff.
Yeah.
You really will enjoy it, especially just the roars and all the fighting and all that stuff together. Just go do it. Just save yourself the stress and go do it and enjoy it. So, yeah, thank you very much, guys. We appreciate joining us at 12:19 a.m. If you have any questions or if you've watched the movie, please leave a comment. Let us know. The Q&A is open for a little bit before we round up here. Checking the YouTube video. No one's leaving comments, but you're watching, so that's cool. I appreciate you joining us at this late hour.
Yeah.
But definitely do check out Rod Scott at Tech Guy Smart Buy. It's got a cool YouTube channel. They've got a show every Thursday, right, at 8:30.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Thursday 8:30. It's a nice catch-up roundup show for the week. It's kind of long forms, about an hour and a half. Just some good talk. And so definitely check it out every Thursday at Tech Guy Smart Buy. Also got some solid reviews. Marianne says, hey, what's up?
Hey, what's going on?
But yeah, definitely check out his channel. It's got some good videos, tech reviews, some lifestyle stuff, you name it, a whole bunch of stuff. Subscribe to him, follow him on Twitter. It's right there. That's the handle.
Mm-hmm.
Also, same handle on Instagram.
Yep.
Yeah, so definitely check them out. Some really good stuff altogether. And Marion says, "How are you guys? We are doing well." You gotta love some common questions though, some Q&A questions. But yeah, again, check out Tech Guy Smart Pie, and also just don't forget to subscribe to Border Work. It's Border
Of
Work on
course.
YouTube. Now, quick question: is my lower third inverted, or does it look normal to you?
It's normal. I think it doesn't matter how it looks on our end. It'll come out
Okay. All
correctly.
right. All
Yeah.
right. That's fine. It's looking like upside down here. But check out the channel. It's Border Work. It's right there on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook.
Yeah.
Do subscribe. Subscribe to both channels. Keep watching our videos.
Yeah.
And again, like I said, if you have any questions on this review, let me know. Leave a
Yeah.
question. Leave your thoughts on the movie. Did you like Godzilla? Do you think it's the best monster movie you've seen in the last forever?
Yeah.
Um,
You ain't got much to compare it to, so
yeah, maybe Pacific Rim, I'd say, is probably.
yeah. I mean, it's crazy because it's the most recent, but even if you go back, it's like nothing really.
Yeah,
King
that's true.
Kong,
King Kong, maybe, yeah,
fighting little
exactly.
pterodactyls or something. It's like, all right.
Yeah, you have to go like to the old animatric type movies and stuff like that, or like
Yeah.
even the old Godzilla movies. Maybe they'll do a Godzilla fighting robot Godzilla.
Oh, that Mecha
Mecha
Godzilla.
Godzilla, yeah.
Made by Tony Stark. Yeah. Uh,
Not gonna happen.
nah. Well, interesting if they do a sequel to what. I'd imagine that's when, like you said earlier, I'd imagine that's when they bring in one of his trademark villains or
Villains.
adversaries. Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely. But also it'd be interesting to see what human beings do because you know very well the U.S. government says we need a countermeasure for this.
Oh,
That's
of course.
first.
Well, isn't that the premise of Mechagodzilla?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
Yeah. So yeah.
yeah. So you need some kind of countermeasure for it. So do you create some kind of bomb or some kind of weaponry, or do you create a trap, or I mean, what do you do? So it would be interesting to see what they do for a sequel. But I say this movie will be a success. I think it'll be a very big hit, and a lot of people just don't know until you see it. It's well done, well shot, and it doesn't play out necessarily like a monster movie. It plays out like a movie where you should be afraid.
Yeah.
I guess pretty much.
And some drama. Yeah.
Yeah, yes, some drama, yes, some drama.
Humans got to do something. I mean, nobody gets stepped on. Well, not many people get stepped on, so there got to be some. Oh, I love you. Oh, I didn't know where you were. I was worried.
Yes, that's true. But anyway, guys, thank you very much, and always enjoy entertainment.